I guess I could go in a Kyogre. Yeah, I could go Kyogre here in Weather Ball. That's not a bad play. Oh, I don't have it. YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team did pretty well in the Japan Nationals qualifier a while ago, and it was brought to my attention with a Toxtricity and Overgrow Gigantamax Venusaur. We'll see how this team goes, but if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And you want to check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description, and you can grab the rental code because it's still available. Actually, it's been like over a month, but it's still available. Try it out. And yeah, it has 6 special attackers. We'll see how that goes. Let's get started and play some games. Pheromosa Stack Attack with Blastoise, Kyogre, Calyx, Shadow Rider, and a Rillaboom. This is one heck of a crazy team. Okay, what do I want to go here? Because even I don't know. I guess the Calyx Ice Rider or Shadow Rider. I mean, I do have this as a threat. This is actually like this Venusaur. This is Ulvis Venusaur. They don't exactly have good answers to. I know I'm double grass move here. Yeah, Energy Ball Frenzy Plant, which might come in handy. It might come in handy. I am G-Max, right? Because I know I'm not G-Max on the other thing, but okay, I am G-Max Venusaur. Chlorophyll might actually come into play here. I do really like it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Venusaur. I actually really like Venusaur plus like not Calyx, probably Whimsicott or Kyogre. The thing about Calyx is it's such a weird mon in this matchup where I don't want to bring it because like it's just awkward against the Calyx Shadow Rider unless I have to Trick Room up, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get Trick Room up this game. It seems really tough too. I do like the Venusaur here. I do like probably the Whimsicott. I think Whimsicott's really solid here because I have a Sash at least. And then in the back, I like Toxtricity and Kyogre, I want to say. Because NDD could put in some work, but I'm just not too sure. This matchup is super strange. I definitely see Toxtricity can be able to put in some massive work. We'll find out though. Overgrow could actually come into play though. The fact that Overgrow could actually come into play against these non-sun teams, getting that range of like the Vine Lash can go really crazy right there if I am put in that position. Rillaboom plus the Calyx is actually such a good lead for me actually. Okay. As I lead my Whimsicott and my Venusaur right here. Okay, that's actually a really strong position because, yeah, I had a feeling that they would lead Rillaboom, but with the Calyx Shadow Rider, this makes it so much easier, I think, for me. I don't think I'm down to... Well, do I go down to Fake Out plus Astral Barrage? I probably do, but the thing is, their Calyx probably goes down to Vine Lash realistically. And I'm going to go for that Vine Lash, I think. I have no reason not to, and I might as well just... Do I set up Trick Room? Because if I set up Trick Room, and I'm not worried about Gyro Ball, I'm just worried about how much damage the Stack Attack does. But I mean, a Trick Room's not a bad play here realistically at all. I guess I could just Trick Room. Yeah, I'm gonna Trick Room. Let's just see. I want to see the reaction right here because I think Vine Lash just threatening the Calyx immediately, getting that Vine Lash rotation damage is really good here. I don't really know what other options they have. Maybe Snarl could come out, but I mean, then I just threatened the Calyx the following turn, so I think that's like completely okay. And this Vine Lash, because they gave me the grassy terrain, is really going to hurt them. And we'll find out what the rest is going to come out to. We also have that Assault Vest. Fake Out going to come out into the Whimsicott, which is not too surprising. Is this going to be the Astral Barrage? No, Psychic. Okay. That is Specs. No, that's a crit. Okay. Oh, that's a bad crit, but at least I got the Vine Lash off into the Calyx, and yeah, we're going to be able to eliminate it. Turn 1. Oh boy, I was like, why is that Psychic doing so much? And that's a crit. Okay, my Venusaur is a lot weaker than I would have really liked, but still manageable here. The only problem is I can't get Trick Room up, can I? Well, it depends on who they bring out, I suppose. Because I would really like I need Trick Room to threaten the Rillaboom if it's a fast Rillaboom, because otherwise high horsepower decimates Toxtricity. I really don't want that happening. Let's just see who they're bringing out next. Pheromosa comes out. Okay, that's a... we're gonna Trick Room here. And we're gonna max Ooze, I guess. I'm gonna max Ooze the... Who did I target here? I guess it's the Pheromosa. I'm gonna just target down the Pheromosa. Does Vine Lash do more? What if they Dynamax the Pheromosa? That could be a play here. They Dynamize the Pheromosa. You know what? Screw the ooze. I'm going for the Vine Lash. The Vine Lash might do more if I get put into Overgrow range, which is very, very possible here. Or did I fake Tears? I think I Trick Room here because Pheromosa gets access to Triple Axle, and this could be a target into either slot here. They Grassy Glide my Whimsicott. Interesting. And what are you going for? Lunge. Okay, no, that's not Fell Stinger. I confused Fell Stinger with Lunge. That's the one, yeah, that's the one with 80 base power and lowers attack. Okay, Vine Lash into the Pheromosa gets rid of the Pheromosa through its Focus Sash, which is perfect here. I didn't know if they were going to Dynamax or not, but as long as it's not Stack Attack in the back, I should be fine. If it's Kyogre, I'm in Overgrow range with my Venusaur, which is actually really good. And there's a chance I could also fake Tears Max Ooze the Rillaboom the following turn and pick up the knockout. And then I think I just win instantly. So Pheromosa goes down here. Beautiful. Please show me the Kyogre. If it's Stack Attack, this is actually really awkward that I have Trick Room. Okay, Blastoise instead. That actually works out huge for me. Okay. So they have to Max Guard if they have Max Guard. So I'm going to Ooze and Fake Tears. Yeah, I'm always going to Ooze and Fake Tears here. So let's see, because I could still realistically lose this. I think it's a lot harder for me. It really depends on their speed stats and like what Blastoise does this turn, I think, because that's the one I'm worried about. I think they have to Max Guard Blastoise if they have Max Guard, because I don't see how, like, Venusaur threatening so much damage with this grassy terrain right here. So I don't think you would risk that here at all. I think you're going to Max Guard and probably just try to hope that Rillaboom can put my Venusaur in range of Grassy Glide afterward. Because otherwise I would just Vine Lash through the Blastoise here. But no, that's not going to be the case. Okay, I got to Fake Tears off. How slow are your Pokemon? Because that's going to be a really important factor. I'm a very slow Venusaur. Okay, I do get a Max Ooze off, which is fantastic. Okay. So -2 Max Ooze does KO the Rillaboom. Okay, really good. Blastoise is now isolated, which is what I kind of want here. All right. No matter who they target, I think I'm in a fine position because the Venusaur should be good enough to handle the Blastoise with the Overgrow and the +1. And if they KO my Whimsicott, yeah, if they KO my Whimsicott, my Venusaur should take care of it. If not, my Toxtricity should take care of this. Okay. So Venusaur goes down. You have done your work, soldier. 3 knockouts with the Venusaur right here. Oh boy, I wonder if I okay, it's Life Orb. I was about to say, did I live Hailstorm if I didn't get Psychic Crit? Because that would have been pretty interesting, but yeah, okay. I don't know. Toxtricity should be slower than the Blastoise, I want to say. My Toxtricity is like min speed. Yeah, it should be slower, I'm pretty sure. Is my Venusaur outsped? And yeah, it's slower than my Venusaur, so I should guarantee outspeed here. So I get in Toxtricity, I click Fake Tears, and I click Overdrive right here. They're not Soul Vest, they're not Wakan Berry, so I instantly KO. And Toxtricity will get the final knockout, and I also have Kyogre in the back with Thunder. That should be able to clean up the Blastoise as well. So just had a lot of options against my opponent's team. I was really trying to set for a Toxtricity. I didn't think they would bring the Stack Attack against Venusaur Kyogre, but that was a Pokemon that could have really threatened me under Trick Room. I don't think they expected the Trick Room option though, and went to prepare for the offensive mode, and that just really worked out for me because now under Trick Room I'm able to obliterate my opponent's Pokemon with the Venusaur. That was Overgrow, by the way. I don't know if the Overgrow actually put the Pheromosa into Vine Lash into Focus Sash because Pheromosa is pretty frail, but yeah. Oh boy, what the heck, what the heck. Toxtricity plus Overgrow Venusaur, able to put in a ton of work right there. Venusaur got literally 3 KOs. They really didn't have the best matchup against Venusaur, which is kind of crazy. I also really wonder if they thought Lunge was going to KO or they just didn't have Triple Axle. I guess they wouldn't have had Triple Axle at that point because I think you go for it regardless, but oh boy, that damage that Venusaur did was crazy with the grassy terrain from the Rillaboom. Double Steel, Dialga plus the Zacian with Thunderous, Shedinja, or Shifu and Grimmsnarl. Now, this matchup, I would say, is very, very strange right here. And I mean very strange. Am I bringing Shadow Rider against Double Dark? I want to say no, because I don't know what you're bringing against me. I'd say Dialga is going to be broad here for sure. I would say Grimmsnarl Dialga lead with like Zacian, maybe Urshifu. I don't know if he brings Shed, but I could see you realistically bring Shed, but it's probably less likely because I do have this that can go for like a Vine Lash and screw that plan up. So I think I'm going to go with like Whimsicott plus the Kyogre. I think Whimsicott plus Kyogre is probably really solid here for the most part. I'm just going to use Kyogre to like draw attacks away from Whimsicott so I can get the Trick Room up. And then probably the Toxtricity and the Venusaur. This looks like a really tough matchup. I don't know how I'm beating this realistically, but we're going to try, of course. There's just so much that could go. There's just so much that's bad. Dialga is really bad for this team. I could fake tears and like use Calyx, but the thing they have double dark plus a Shedinja where I'm not sash on the Calyx Shadow Rider just makes this extremely difficult right here. We'll see what happens, but this could go really poorly right here. We're gonna see the Urshifu Water plus Thunderous. Not what I expected here. Okay, so they lead Urshifu Water plus the Thunderous. What were they expecting here? Because I'm trying to figure out this lead. What's it better against than Dialga was to my team? Maybe like Venusaur. Venusaur would have been weird here. I think I'm just gonna attempt a Trick Room here. I think Trick Room and just go for an Origin Pulse right off the bat. I don't care if I lose Kyogre at all. Then I get my Venusaur in for free here. I did go for Eerie Impulse, which is fine. I don't mind this. As long as Whimsicott survives the Surging Strikes, which I'm pretty sure it does because I'm max HP. Even in the rain, I think it's okay. And I break the Sash. So, yeah, I don't think I mind this. The only problem is... Yeah, I do survive. Okay. That's actually really big I survive. But my other concern is that... I mean, Thunder should probably still KO the Urshifu at least, so that's actually pretty good. I do get the Origin Pulse off into the Thunderous as well as the Urshifu. Should put it in range of Thunder. I want to say at -2. Yeah, that's some pretty good damage overall. Then I could taunt. So this is a really strong position for me turn 1. I'm actually really surprised that they went for this kind of route, but I'll gladly take this. Like, this is really good for me. I taunt the Thunderous to prevent another Eerie Impulse. I'm going to go for the Thunder here into the Urshifu. And then next turn, I just fake Tears and Ice Beam in the Thunder slot, I'm pretty sure. And then or Origin Pulse. Probably Origin Pulse just to cover for the Zacian switch afterward. If they swap out the Urshifu into the Dialga, that's okay. I don't think they're protecting, but they could, I guess. Nice. So I do get a taunt off into Thunderous here. That's really good here. And if they attack my Kyogre, they just give me a policy, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Okay, really nice. Then back to neutral, basically. Thunder going to come out, and Urshifu picks up the knockout. Excellent. All right, really good here. And then I'm going to start setting up fake Tear stuff. They go for Thunder. They have Thunder out of rain? Okay. Into my Kyogre. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling I was going to get paralyzed. I didn't want to say it to jinx it, but yeah, it happened anyway. As long as Kyogre gets an attack off, I think it's okay. Because with the taunt on the Thunderous, I can now fake Tears plus Origin Pulse and pin a slot here. Sure, I could go for the Ice Beam, but I would really like to damage into Dialga because I'm pretty sure if I fake Tears Origin Pulse here to Dialga, then I put that Dialga into range of my Venusaur, or they go out into Zacian here, which is surprising. There's no way you didn't bring Dialga, right? There's like no way you didn't bring Dialga. You definitely didn't bring Shed because he would have probably brought it out here, but we're going to go for the fake Tears and an Origin Pulse here. I just don't see a reason why I wouldn't go for that. Yeah, because I KO'd Zacian here with fake Tears. They can't Eerie Impulse. Why are they not bringing out Dialga? Like, this is not a paid actor. I mean, I'm just surprised because I feel like Dialga... because they already know I'm not eject button switcheroo. Like, I don't have that option. I guess they already saw that the Whimsicott... I mean, they don't have much information. They're going to switch out the Thunder slot into Dialga? Okay, Protect. It should be Protect. You should not take too much damage on your Zacian. Okay, no. If I hit the Origin Pulse, I think this is just a immediate over endgame. Like, I'm pretty sure I just win. Well, they had to make this game harder somehow, right? They had to make this game harder somehow. Okay, so they get a Vine Lash off. They target down my Whimsicott. Okay. I guess they don't really want to... I mean, that's kind of annoying, but it's okay. I definitely want to go out into my Venusaur here. I definitely Origin Pulse. And I Quake the Dialga because it should be a Life Orb set. It's probably like Life Orb 4 attacks, realistically. My only problem is Zacian after Trick Room's over is going to be really frustrating to handle. But yeah, Max Quake into Origin Pulse here. Kyogre, I would have really loved you to hit the following turn because I would have had my Whimsicott. I could have just haunted the Thundurus and just straight up won. But yeah, I'm actually really curious on my opponent's decision. Like, I really wonder what they were expecting to lead up because I don't know what Thundurus. I just don't know what support Thundurus or Shifu covers that. Okay, they stayed in with the Zacian. Is this to protect? If it's protect, then that means they're attacking with Dialga, which I think is fair. The Quake should allow me to live any attack from the Dialga, which is nice here. So Dynamax or Gigantamax Venusaur. Let's see. I would really like Toxtricity to win in this end game. Let's find out. They do Dynamax to Dialga, not too surprising. The question is, what move is it? And oh, the big question is also my Toxtricity is slower than the Venusaur, so I can overdrive KO the Zacian if it protects here, assuming that Dialga knocks out my Kyogre somehow, and then I probably KO the slot with that. They do protect the Zacian, which makes sense. Okay, that makes sense to me. I get the Origin Pulse off. Okay, I turn to a late Kyogre, but at least they're trying. Getting the damage into the Dialga might actually be really helpful too, assuming how much this Max Quake does into the Dialga. And we'll also get that special defense increase, which is really nice here. So a Max Quake into the Dialga, really nice damage. It looks like I'm two-shotting here unless they Quake themselves, which is really nice here. But my only concern is... Actually, I might just lose here. No, the Hailstorm actually... Oh, that's really good for me. A Hailstorm my Venusaur. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. Because I am a Solves Venusaur. And I want to say with the Dialga goes down to Quake here. Everything in your backs goes down to Origin Pulse. I'm pretty sure. Even if this is out of rain, I'm pretty sure it goes down. Your Zacian currently is going down to the -2 Origin Pulse. So, yeah, we're going to Quake here. We're going to go for the Origin Pulse. Should I Vine Lash here? No, there's no reason to Vine Lash. I always Quake here because Dialga usually runs 4 attack and the Hailstorm should confirm it because there should be Steel Spike, Dragon, and some other thing. We're going to see the swap from the Dialga, which makes sense here. It's going to be into the Thundurus. Okay, so they're hoping for a double protect here, I think. Or a miss or a para right here. They got a lot of odds here. Do they get it? Okay, they don't. So I'm able to get the Origin Pulse off. Really solid. Oh, I don't knock out the Zacian actually, or the Thundurus. Oh, that ended up not being good here. I did Quake into that Thundurus slot, and they go for Behemoth Blade. Is this doable though? Yeah, it is still doable. Okay, this is still very doable. All right, so I lose my Venusaur here. I guess I should have Vine Lash. I considered the Thundurus, but I thought it was really going down to that Origin Pulse from earlier. Okay, this gets a little bit strange, I guess, now. I think this is always Toxtricity here. I think I have to dodge a Thunder. I think that's probably the case. Oh, this is not good. Oh, boy. All right. So if they double attack here with the Thundurus plus the... They double attack with the Thundurus plus with the Zacian. I need to KO both of them and protect the Ogre. But it really just depends because I feel like Zacian could No, can Zacian protect here? Probably not actually. No, I don't think it does. Because Hail is also a factor. I'm going to go for the protect here in Overdrive. I need to dodge the pair. Come on, Kyogre. Is this Blade into the... This probably Blade into my Toxtricity. I should survive because I resist, but... I could... Oh, dodge the Thunder, actually. Dodge the Thunder, actually. Never lucky. Because if I dodge the Thunder, then Dialga's already weakened. I'm pretty sure I can KO it with like a Overdrive single target with Life Orb and the Punk Rock boost plus the Ice Beam. But now I just lose to the Dialga clicking Earth Power and I can't do anything about it. I gotta hope like for some reason The Dialga has to click for time here and misses, but they can realistically click Blizzard too. Are you kidding me, Kyogre? Oh, that's frustrating. You got paired on the one turn I needed you to hit, and then you got paired this turn and couldn't even dodge the Thunder. Unfortunate. I mean, I actually don't know if I would have KO'd the Dialga. Well, the thing is, the Dialga also would have had to take Life Orb Chip here and Hail alongside either an Ice Beam or an Overdrive. I'm pretty sure I would have KO'd. I'm pretty sure I would have. That's just so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Oh well. Toxtricity, you actually were doing well. Blame your buddy Kyogre because the Kyogre did not come through. They go for the Earth Power KO my Toxtricity, and that is game. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating because, again, Kyogre had 2 opportunities to just win the game right there. To protect or, well, 3 opportunities, I guess. Either get the protect, dodge the Thunder because they hit Thunder out of rain, and hit the Origin Pulse and not get full paired that one turn. Such a shame because Toxtricity would have came in really clutch in that end game. It really would have. Yeah, I can't really do anything about it though. That's just so unfortunate with how it went. But yeah, that's just the game of Pokemon sometimes. And yeah. Groudon, Gastrodon, Incineroar, Zacian, Thundurus, Charizard, a Sun team. Okay, now we do have Trick Room stuff available. Is this where Overgrow Venusaur actually shines? Because I could see it here, I guess. I kind of want to go with like Whimsicott plus Calyx lead because I think they really have to respect the Calyx. Calyx just does so much damage right here to my opponent. And then in the back, I'm thinking no, Toxtricity doesn't do anything. I think it's the Overgrow Venusaur time. Yeah, Overgrow Venusaur. We have it on this team for some reason, but yeah, I could definitely put in some work here with the Vine Lash right here, which I don't know if it is going to be my Dynamax here. I feel like it is. Just the Kyogre. I mean, at least it's not solo Spout Kyogre, so that's one positive, but yeah, this could get a little bit tricky. We'll find out what my opponent decides to lead, though. It's going to be the Thundurus and the Zacian right here now. Okay. I'd imagine they're turning down the Calyx always, but I guess they could turn down the Whimsicott here. It just really depends. I feel like Calyx is always the biggest threat here, especially with like a Will-O-Wisp, Astral Barrage, just a bunch of different options here. I don't know what they're really expecting, but I would say you're at least going to target, like I would not say you would, I would say you don't double up the Whimsicott. I would at least say you airstream the Calyx and probably Behemoth Blade the Whimsicott if you're expecting a protect play. So I'm just going to Trick Room here and I'm just going to protect. I'm just going to hope that they commit to an option here that's beneficial here, but we'll see. They Dynamax the Thundurus. Okay, so I don't have to worry about Dynamax Charizard or Dynamax Groudon, just a classic Dynamax Thundurus, which is pretty, it's not easy to handle, but it's definitely probably pretty solid for me. I wonder if Zacian attacks. I think that's a good question for me. Like, does Zacian attack upcoming? I would like to Fake Tears the Thundurus the next turn, which is kind of crazy to say, but I think it's actually a really strong option. We will protect our Calyx here. Let's see. Don't double up my Whimsicott, if anything. Okay, they bladed my Calyx. Okay, that's solid here. Airstream coming out into probably Whims or Calyx too. It is in the Calyx. Okay, so that's actually pretty nice. They doubled up my Calyx slot. I am very happy with that. They crit me, doesn't matter. Is this Assault Vest? Because that did no damage. But then again, I'm bulky Calyx, so I can't tell. It's not Life Orb, but I am able to get the Trick Room off. Okay. So a very, very solid position here. Because I can go for Fake Tears into a slot and Astral Barrage. The question is, who am I Fake Tearsing? I could go for it into the Zacian slot. The thing is, if this is Solvest Thundurus, I kind of have to get rid of it as quick as possible because Solvest Thundurus is just really difficult for my team to handle. And there is a chance that Calyx or Zacian does protect here. So you know what? I'm going to go on the offensive. I'm going to activate the Define on purpose, but I kind of have to, I think. I need to get rid of that Thundurus as quick as possible with Fake Tears, Astral Barrage into Ice Beam, even with a trade of potentially both my Pokemon here. We're going to see a swap from the Zacian Incineroar. That definitely could be a play. Incineroar does come out. Okay, so this works out beautifully for me. I am able to get a huge hit off into... Well, actually, does it? No, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. As I get a Fake Tears off into the Thundurus, which means I get a pretty heavy hit off. I guess I could have went for the Expanding Force instead. dead, but I don't think it's that bad of a trade realistically. We will get a big Astral Barrage off, and yeah, that looks like a Solvest Thunderous for sure here. Okay, as we're gonna see, Max Darkness does come out into the Calyx, so that was just gonna pick up a knockout regardless. Like there was nothing I could do there. Okay. Upcoming turns, it's gonna be tricky. Double crit into my Calyx slot. Okay, at least they don't matter at all. So Calyx goes down here. I want to say it's Kyogre in. Yeah, I want to say it's Kyogre in, and I think I click Ice Beam. I could, yeah, I'm gonna go Kyogre. They should never fake out my Kyogre, I imagine, because like I think the Dynamax is just such an expected response here that I think they go for a parting shot here with the Incineroar, probably trying to bring out the Groudon. Yeah, I would say you bring out the Groudon is more likely. So I'm gonna go really offensive here and go for the Fake Tears and Ice Beam, because I'm really expecting the Groudon to come in for the Incineroar slot. I'm expecting parting shot into the Kyogre plus a Groudon switch and an attack right here. So we're gonna see the Thunderous actually retreat, which is interesting here. Okay, it's being brought out. Groudon? Yeah, hard Groudon on that slot. Okay, that works out for me. I'll gladly take that too, because I don't have to worry about the Thunderous anymore. So I get a Fake Tears Ice Beam combination off, unless they fake out here. They don't fake out, which is fine. All right, so I am able to get a Fake Tears off into the Groudon slot. Okay, cool. A big Ice Beam coming out. They are a parting shot. Okay, so they did the Groudon switch on that one in case I was like Iron Ball Kyogre, I suppose. All right, or maybe their Incineroar is just not guaranteed to be faster than a min speed Kyogre right here under Trick Room. So we'll see who they bring out. Probably the Zacian, I'd imagine. The Thunderous is not doing anything here. Or they bring out the Thunderous again, which is completely cool by me because it's not really doing anything. I threatened Origin Pulse the following turn, which is actually really good here. So I am able to get an Ice Beam off into Groudon here. The Fake Tears combination does so much damage. I think that's probably a... Oh, Citrus Berry. Right, it can't be a Assault Vest on the Groudon. It has to be Assault Vest Thunderous. Okay. I want to say that Dazzling Gleam here into an Origin Pulse is probably super safe here. I could also probably just swap out if I really want to. I guess I could, right? I could swap out the Whimsicott slot since it's not accomplishing anything into the Venusaur, and I could Ice Beam. Well, the thing is, if I bring in the Venusaur, I can be put in a really awkward spot, I suppose. How many turns of Trick Room do I have left? I have 2. Okay, I gotta make sure that I play this correctly because Incineroar in is not exactly super easy for me. I kind of want to Dazzling Gleam and swap out into my Venusaur slot actually, because I think if they attack with Thunderous, it's going to be Wall Charge. The Groudon, I don't know what's going to do here. Maybe Protect or maybe Swap here. I could see either one. We'll find out. They are going to swap out the Groudon. Incineroar probably coming in, which I think is ideal. Yep, it's Incineroar. Perfect. Okay, I get some free damage off into my opponent. I'm able to get the Venusaur in against the Thunderous. It's just really going to depend. How slow is my Venusaur? Am I faster than the Incineroar? Can I pick up the knockout? A Dazzling Gleam is some nice chip there. Wall Charge just come out perfect into my Venusaur. Excellent. That was best case scenario, unless I went for Fake Tears Ice Beam into the Thunder slot, but I didn't want to risk Precipice Blades there, which I didn't think they were going to go for. But resetting side of the Rain is actually really good here. Now let me double check my Venusaur, because I actually don't even notice. My Venusaur is slow, like really slow. The problem is I probably don't knock out the Incineroar slot. I guess I could go in a Kyogre. Yeah, I could go Kyogre here in Weather Ball. That's not a bad play. Oh, I don't have it. This is kind of weird then. All right, maybe I should just Sludge Bomb here. Oh, this is kind of weird. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb the Thunderous then. Oh, don't Wall Charge my Whimsicott. I don't think you are. Maybe there's a chance they Flail this Wall Charge. Okay, this was not exactly... I thought this had Weather Ball. All right, we'll bring out the Kyogre, because this team relies on going for the Max Oozes under Trick Room, but I thought it's just the Toxtricity here. Okay, so I guess Sludge Bomb off into Thunderous, which is some pretty good damage, but it's not a knockout. But the Poison actually does help out here if it went for a Fly or something. We're gonna see Flare Blitz come out. I don't know who this is targeting. Probably Venusaur here. No, it targets on the Whimsicott. Oh, this could be Wall Charge double up. That's really bad if it is. No, it's Fly. Okay. Okay. Since they Flare Blitz and flew, I don't think the Poison was as necessary. It's helpful, obviously, but it wasn't as big of a deal as if they went for Wall Charge. Because now I have Kyogre under the Rain here, and if they want to bring out the Zacian, this is pretty good because I can just go for a Geyser here into like the Incineroar slot, or I could just Origin Pulse. Origin Pulse isn't bad here. Fortune Pulse is not bad here at all. And I do have my Whimsicott here in the back, and yeah, this seems pretty solid. I think I'm just gonna fire off that Orchard Pulse here and get some damage off, or should I just Geyser the Instant? Because if I Geyser the Instant, actually Geyser the Instant isn't bad play here. Yeah, I think Geyser the Instant isn't bad here. My only concern with Geysering the Instant is if the Zacian targets down my Kyogre here with a Behemoth Blade, which would be really bad. I guess if they go Groudon, it's kind of awkward though, because they could be risking a Sleep Powder Chlorophyll because they don't know. But then again, my Venusaur undersped. I think I'm just gonna Earth Power here in Orchard Pulse. Let's just see what they decide to go for here. They switch out the Instant. Okay, it's in the Groudon. That makes sense here. The question is who is the Zacian targeting, because that's a big one here. That's a pretty big question. All right. Retargeting Behemoth Blade comes out into which slots? I guess Kyogre is not exactly taking this super well, but this is still okay. Yeah, they target my Kyogre. If I went for the Dynamax there, it might have been really bad right there. Okay. So I am able to get an Origin Pulse off into both right here. It's just weird not having Chlorophyll. They know I don't have Chlorophyll anymore. So Origin Pulse is able to KO the Groudon still. That's actually really good that it does KO Groudon. Actually, that might still be game winning. As I get Earth Power off and Origin Pulse into the Zacian. Yeah, that's really big damage right there. And then I think I might just win this. I want to say I just win this because the Behemoth Blade did less to Kyogre than I expected. So Incineroar comes out. That's fine. I go for the Geyser to KO the Instant here. Or do I just protect? I feel like I protect and maybe just go Whims. Because Whims isn't necessary to win this game. Yeah, I might as well just go Whims here. I think Whims is fine. And then I think I go for... Yeah. Like if they double up this Whimsicott slot, I don't even think it's that big of a deal. Because then I just get Venusaur and then I Dynamax the following turn. I just got to dodge this Fake Out right here. Which I'm pretty sure... As long as it's not like Swords Dance or anything crazy. But I don't think they can risk that. They go for the Play Rough into Kyogre, which makes sense here. And a Flare Blitz into the Whimsicott. Okay. I'm pretty sure that if I Dynamax the Kyogre, they cannot outspeed here. Oh, I hope my math is right. I'm pretty sure Play Rough never KOs a bulky Kyogre, especially if I Dynamax here, as long as there's no crit. So I'm going to go for the Geyser. I'm going to target the Instant always. And we're going to Trick Room here. We are going to attempt to Trick Room. Yeah, we're going to Trick Room. Let's see if this works. Because... Okay, they do forfeit. I mean, they could have went for the crit. I'm actually surprised they wouldn't go for the crit there because Behemoth Blade doesn't look like it KOs without a crit there. Play Rough doesn't KO without a crit. Close Combat doesn't KO with a crit there. So they actually still had options to win. Maybe they thought I was like Tailwind Whimsicott and that I just bring in a Whimsicott and I Tailwind and then I win. Maybe that's why. Because maybe they think I'm like a semi-remote team. But yeah. Oh boy, the Overgrow Venusaur. That was really... weird position, and I mean really weird. Like playing around a Sun team with like no Chlorophyll. It's like Chlorophyll is what made it threatening, but the fact that I didn't have Chlorophyll, I mean it could have came in handy, but I mean it didn't really exactly pick me up knockouts or anything. If I had Weather Ball, like the game changes completely. I could have Weather Balled the Instant and brought in Kyogre and been in like a really fantastic spot, but otherwise, because of the really weird speed interactions, I guess overall, it kind of was really strange, but it could have paid off. They also didn't bring Gastron, which was surprising, but I guess they really didn't want to worry about the Calyx, the Whimsicott, and the Venusaur, so they were too scared to bring the Gastron, which just made it easier for Kyogre to really be put in a pretty good, strong position overall throughout that game. And that is the show. This team, I mean, 6 special attackers. It's got quite a few things about it that are pretty surprising. But yeah, I think I would have probably enjoyed this team more if I didn't play like a bunch of chances in my practice runs, because like this team cannot hit a Chansey. It's not even G-Max Toxtricity, so I can't even go for like a Parachance or a Poison Chance. So a Chansey was very frustrating to handle with this team if they KO'd the Whimsicott early, which in most of the cases they were able to. And yeah, Toxtricity unfortunately didn't get to shine as much, but had opportunities to. Like, it could have easily, like, that second game would have been able to really, really destroy my opponent if my Venusaur went down super early with the Trick Room up. And it could have won us that last game if it wasn't for its buddy Kyogre, but that's just how it goes sometimes. If you did enjoy today's video, though, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. If you want to check out the details of the team and the creator, down below in the description, and you can grab the rental code because it is still available. Otherwise, you can check out the rest of my series troll content, where there's a lot of cool teams and a lot of fun Pokemon. But that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.